Committing your day to God is an incredibly powerful act that holds the potential to transform the way we approach life. It is an act of devotion, faith, and discipline that taps into a higher source of strength, purpose, and direction. The words of Dr. Myles Munroe resonate deeply on this subject, reminding us that our days are not just moments in time, they are opportunities to align our hearts with divine purpose. The practice of committing each day to God is one that can redefine the trajectory of our lives, not only in terms of success and achievement, but in fulfillment, peace, and eternal significance. When we talk about committing our day to God, it is not merely about offering a prayer or a simple acknowledgement in the morning. It is about making a conscious decision to invite God into every part of our day, every task, every challenge, every interaction, and every thought. This commitment isn't a fleeting or sporadic act. It is a daily practice that sets the tone for everything that follows. Dr. Myles Munroe often emphasized that we are created for a purpose, and when we align ourselves with that purpose, when we recognize our dependence on God, everything begins to change. At the heart of this commitment is an acknowledgement of the reality that we are not alone in this journey. Life often presents us with a wide array of challenges, trials, and uncertainties. In these moments, many people may feel overwhelmed, lost, or uncertain about what to do next. However, when we commit our day to God, we are not just acknowledging our need for divine intervention, we are also recognizing the truth that there is a higher power that is far greater than any challenge we might face. This acknowledgement becomes the foundation of our confidence, the bedrock of our peace, and the source of our strength. Dr. Myles Munroe often spoke about the importance of purpose and vision. Committing our day to God is intricately connected to understanding our purpose in life. It is about stepping into each day with the knowledge that we have been uniquely designed to fulfill a specific mission. No day is without significance, because in every moment we are given an opportunity to move closer to that purpose. Whether we are working, studying, caring for our families, or engaging in personal growth, the activities of the day are not just mundane tasks. They are part of the larger mission we have been called to. And when we commit our day to God, we invite Him into those moments to guide us, to direct our steps, and to use us as instruments for His will. One of the most beautiful aspects of committing our day to God is that it allows us to surrender the burden of control. Too often we go through our days trying to manage every aspect of our lives on our own. We become consumed with striving, planning, and attempting to force outcomes according to our own understanding and abilities. Yet, when we commit our day to God, we let go of that burden. We acknowledge that while we can do our best, we cannot control everything. There is a divine plan at work that transcends our limited understanding. Dr. Munroe often emphasized that when we release control and trust in God's direction, we open ourselves up to greater possibilities, even in situations where we might have once felt helpless. The power of this practice also lies in its ability to create a deeper sense of alignment with God's will. When we wake up and dedicate our day to Him, we are aligning ourselves with His divine plan for us. This doesn't mean that everything will always go according to our desires or that life will be free of challenges. Instead, it means that we are choosing to focus on the greater picture, the eternal purpose that transcends our immediate circumstances. This alignment brings peace and clarity because we are no longer functioning out of fear or doubt. We are moving forward with a sense of purpose, knowing that whatever comes our way, we are in the hands of a God who loves us and desires the best for us. Dr. Myles Munroe's teachings also remind us that we are stewards of the time we have been given. Each day is a gift, and how we use it matters. In his speeches and books, he often reminded us that we are called to be good stewards of our time, talents, and resources. When we commit our day to God, we are acknowledging that our time is not our own, it belongs to Him. We are here for a season, and it is our responsibility to use each day wisely and with purpose. This commitment to God helps us focus on what truly matters. It helps us prioritize our efforts, eliminating distractions and unnecessary activities that do not align with our divine calling. Each day becomes a precious opportunity to make a difference, to serve others, and to live out the values that reflect God's character. It is also important to recognize that committing our day to God is not a one-time decision. It is something we must choose every single day. As Dr. Munroe often said, the key to success in life is consistency. Committing our day to God must become a habit, a discipline that we practice daily. It is not enough to do this when things are going well or when we feel particularly spiritual. The power comes in making this a constant practice, regardless of the circumstances. When we commit our day to God, we are choosing to live in accordance with His will, to invite His presence, and to trust in His guidance. This daily commitment creates a foundation that sustains us through both the highs and the lows of life. In a world that is constantly changing and filled with distractions, it can be easy to forget the importance of the commitment. The pressures of life, the demands of work, family, and personal aspirations can make it easy to lose sight of our relationship with God. But when we commit our day to Him, we are choosing to remain anchored in His presence. We are reminded that no matter what happens throughout the day, we are never alone. God is with us, guiding us and empowering us to fulfill our purpose. Moreover, committing our day to God also impacts how we interact with others. In every relationship, whether personal or professional, our actions are influenced by the state of our hearts. When we begin each day by committing it to God, we open ourselves up to love, compassion, and grace. This shapes the way we treat others. We become more patient, understanding, and forgiving because we are continually reminded of God's love for us. As Dr. Munroe often taught, our purpose is not just for our benefit, but for the benefit of others as well. The way we live our lives, the way we serve, and the way we interact with others is a reflection of the God we serve. Each interaction becomes an opportunity to reflect His love, His truth, and His light. Committing our day to God also helps us develop a mindset of gratitude. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. When we begin each day by acknowledging God's presence in our lives, we are reminded of His blessings, His provision, and His faithfulness. This attitude of gratitude changes the way we view our circumstances. Even when challenges arise, we are able to approach them with a sense of thanksgiving, knowing that God is with us and He will help us overcome. Dr. Munroe emphasized that the more we focus on God's goodness, the more our lives are filled with joy and peace. The impact of committing our day to God goes beyond just our own personal growth. It extends to those around us as well. When we live in alignment with God's purpose and dedicate our days to Him, we become a beacon of hope and encouragement to others. People are drawn to the peace, joy, and strength that radiates from a life that is committed to God. We become a living testimony of His power and grace. As Dr. Munroe often reminded us, our lives are meant to be a reflection of God's kingdom on earth. When we commit our day to Him, we are not only transforming ourselves, but also impacting the world around us. In conclusion, the act of committing our day to God is a powerful and transformative practice. It is an invitation to live with purpose, to trust in divine guidance, and to walk in alignment with God's will. It is a commitment that shapes every aspect of our lives, our thoughts, our actions, our relationships, and our circumstances. When we dedicate our day to God, we are choosing to live in accordance with our divine purpose, to be good stewards of the time we have been given, and to reflect God's love to the world around us. Dr. Myles Munroe's teachings on this subject remind us that life is not just about surviving. Each day it is about living with intentionality, focus, and faith. Committing our day to God is the key to unlocking the fullness of His plans for our lives.